Hey there guys, Matt here, and today we got some pretty interesting news in regards to Spyro 4, and this actually was found online on Twitter by none other than Bradley Delary. So shout out to you, man, for actually giving me this information, but basically there is more in regards to Spyro 4 that was discovered from Double Black Capital, and basically when you actually scroll down to the bottom of Double Black Capital's page, you'll actually see on their website all of the studios that they are currently partnering with for, being an investor. And when you actually scroll to the very bottom of that page, you will find this here, and it's Toys for Bob. And what's actually interesting about this page and the companies that are on here is that they are listing every single studio that they are currently working with and the genre of the game that they are currently working on. And with Toys for Bob, that is no different. When you actually look at Toys for Bob, and right under their logo here it says adventure. So Spyro 4 is going to be an action adventure game. Guys, this is major news because this means that Spyro 4 is not going to be the traditional platformer that people have been thinking that it was going to be. A lot of people were thinking that, oh, Spyro 4 is going to be just like Crash 4. It's going to be like the original 3 games but heavily expanded to a certain degree. That is not going to be the case, and this does line up with what I've heard through the grapevine, that Spyro 4 is going to be different than Crash 4, but not too different. But this is essentially what we're looking at here. So this is our confirmation. Toys for Bob would have to approve Double Black Capital having this on their website for who knows how long now. So in my eyes, I will consider this as coming directly from the horse's mouth. This is major news, as this does change the game of speculation of what Spyro 4 could actually be, and it's really exciting. So basically, what would you consider an action adventure game? Well, there's many. There's God of War, there's the Spider-Man games from Insomniac. Heck, I mean, even if you want to look at Spyro himself, we can look at the Legend of Spyro series, but we are definitely going to be looking at a game here that does line up with the theory that this game is going to have actual combat. And this also lines up with what Canadian Guy A found last year about Spyro 4 potentially being an RPG and having genuine, legitimate side quests. So this actually all does line up. Spyro 4 is definitely going to be a much bigger game than we initially thought. Even what Paul Yan said in the interview with CGE earlier this year, that this game is going to be big and ambitious. And basically, to me, that sounds like it's going to be Toys for Bob's biggest game ever. And with this now being confirmed, this does get me more and more excited. I cannot wait for the reveal of this game, and it's going to be really awesome. So that's basically it for today's news on Spyro 4. Like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in the next one.